This is why they say let the past be the past, no shade, no tea. What's up, cousins, and welcome to Bookerds. This is yours truly, Vic, and I'm super excited that you all decided to slide on through. Now, I've decided to start this because I wanted a community of book nerds like you and I to come together and talk about everything books. And when I say everything, I mean everything, okay? We're gonna hit on some genres like historical fiction, some fantasy, some romance. We're gonna dibble and dabble to some sci-fi, thriller, and if you bout it, some horror and more. So I encourage each and every one of you to leave a comment or comments of some book recommendations, ask questions to start a discussion, or simply leave some feedback. Now hold up, I know y'all got y'all drinks. So why don't you take a moment, get your drinks, take a sip, and let's get to it. Okay, so let's come to an agreement, right? Was it me or summer 2024 went by super fast? I mean, it was like a big blur. I mean, because it seemed like 1 minute the kids were getting out of school, they were doing the back to school, end of year school parties. Then the next minute we were celebrating Juneteenth with Ken and friends. Now that's for my K-Dot fans. But then it was like we were going back to school shopping. I mean, where did the time go? Like, I'm still trying to reclaim my time. However, during the summer, I was able to get some good reads in. Now, it did take me on an emotional roller coaster. Like, I felt like I was on a hot summer day at Carowinds, Six Flags. You know, it was just up and down with these reads. However, these were some really good books. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. These books were the books that I've chosen. They were random. There was no theme, rhyme, or reason to them. They were just something that either I recently purchased or they've been on my bookshelf for quite some time. Okay? So we're about to get into it. Here are the 5 books that I've read this summer. All right, with this first book, I'm going to come out with a banger. So I'm going to start out with Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Okay, so this book provides a glimpse of the steamy, spicy, and slow-burning second chance at life as we explore the lives of both the main characters, Yasmin and Josiah. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, cousins, this book took me on an emotional roller coaster. Now, the interesting part of their dynamic is that they are a divorced couple co-parenting. However, they still run a business together. It is safe to say that they are soulmates who got derailed by life. Now, as they both go on their healing journey, do you think they'll get back together? We'll never know. But there is a sequel that Kennedy Ryan did release this year. It's called This Could Be Us. 9 times out of 10, I'll probably read that before the year is ending, before the year is out, because you know I'm going to put that on my TBR. Now, next on my list is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. This love story stirred the pot a little bit, but to be honest with you, it provided an insightful look into the hearts and minds of 3 people who are at once bound and separated by forces beyond their control. An American Marriage provided an intimate look into the deep souls of people who must reckon with the past while moving forward with hopes and pain into the future. This is why they say let the past be the past, no shade, no tea. Now, my third book for the summer is Neighbors and the Other Stories by Diane Oliver. Neighbors and the Other Short Stories by Diane Oliver is a collection of short stories that follow various characters as they navigate the day-to-day perils of Jim Crow racism in suburban America. It portrayed African-American families in everyday moments of anxiety and crisis and how they were able to navigate their predicaments. Listen, I know we can all compare and contrast these short stories of what's going on either in our lives or across the nation. But as far as the author, unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 22 in the year 1966 while attending the University of Iowa. She died in a motorcycle accident. Listen, y'all, for my 4th book, I have to bring y'all Not So Perfect Strangers by Ella Stratton. When I tell you, this is a good book right here, this is a good book right here. Now, I got something for my thriller and suspense Bookerds. This novel introduces both Tasha and Madison Gentile, who may have very different everyday realities, but what they do have in common is marriages that they need to get out of. The 2 women want to help each other out, but they have very different ideas of what that means. Okay, I got to circle back around and say again, this book right here was a banger. I mean, I could not put it down when I first got it. I literally finished it within, I'll say, a day or 2. But the question is, what would you do? Or what would the links you go to get what you want. I'm gonna leave that right there. Set that right there. Now, just like Kennedy Ryan, Ella Stratton did release another book. I want to say where Do What Godmother Says. That's what it is. Do What Godmother Says. She released that this year, and just like the rest of them, that's going to be added to my TBR. And 9 times out of 10, I'll probably read that before the year is out. Last but not least, we wrapped up summer 2024 with The Vanishing Half by Bennett. I am so in love with the color combination. Oh my gosh. Now, this story is about the Vanine sisters who are identical and traverse through life apart from one another at the age of 16, where one sister lives with her black daughter in the same southern town she once tried to escape, and the other sister passes for white, and her white husband, knows nothing about her past. Still, even though separated by many miles, these sisters are so close in proximity in an unconventional way. So Brit Bennett released her first book, The Mothers, a New York Times bestseller in 2016. And for what I've heard, it was a page turner. So you already know what's going to happen. What I'm going to do? You guessed it. Add it to my TBR. Whew, seems like I needed to go ahead and get to it. I need to go ahead and curate my fall TBR so that way I can go ahead and start reading. I mean, if y'all only knew that my Audible's wish list has 524 books that I want to read. 524 books that I want to read. So I need to go ahead and get to it. If you read any of these books and you resonate with any of these characters, please comment. So let's start the discussion. If you like these type of videos and you want me to continue to do these more often, just go ahead and like them. Comment on them, of course, and follow, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. Until then, next time, Bookerds, I'm out.